Hey guys, it is Sunday afternoon and I've been incredibly busy, believe it or not, and realized I really need to get this video out to you today. So happy Sunday. All right, so today's workout is 2 parts in a warm-up, 2 parts for strength, and then we have a benchmark to finish out your workout for the day. Okay, so warm-up. We have 2 to 3 rounds. Now, let me back up a little bit. We have 2 parts in the warm-up, and there's 2 to 3 rounds for part 1, and then 3 to 5 rounds for part B or part 2. But if you are pressed for time, manage it so that you're doing this stuff right here for 20 minutes maximum, especially if you're gonna do a Zoom class. And then if you are doing a Zoom class, do the strength before class or after class or later on in the day. Okay, so now back to the warm-up. We have 2 to 3 rounds. Ankle rolls, 10 in each direction, 10 each leg. So, you might have shoes, you may not have shoes, whatever works for you. All right, then you have 10 RDLs. You can use an odd object, a dumbbell, kettlebell, a barbell, whatever you have, but start light and then work your way up. So first thing you're gonna do with this RDL is deadlift the object that you have. Okay, now feet should be just a little bit outside the hips, toes are forward, squeeze the glutes, proud chest. Your gaze is gonna come down as your body folds forward. Only the hips should be hinging. This is your primary mover right here. Notice that my toes rise as I come down, and that is on purpose so that I am focusing on that backside, that posterior chain. You should feel the stretch from the hamstring all the way up to the rear end, okay? Then you're gonna follow that up with 45 seconds to hold a plank. You can hold the plank up high, or you can hold it low. Whatever you choose, what I want you to do is line everything up so your hand is directly into the shoulders, your gaze is on the floor, you're squeezing your glutes, you're shifting your weight into your heels, staying strong, staying proud. And I want you to draw your belly button in toward your spine, okay? Then you'll have 10 shoulder rotations with or without weight. I'm gonna go without weight today, just so I get my shoulders to warm up. I'm gonna go into this L shape with my arms and then open up. So just 10 of those. If you are using weight, ladies use something between 2 to 5 pounds. Guys, anything from 2 to 10 pounds should work. Okay, after shoulder rotations, you'll have down dog, up dog, and what we'd like you to do is just hold those positions as long as you feel comfortable, but hold them for at least 3 seconds. So I'm gonna start with down dog. It's an upside down V. You may not have this kind of flexibility in the back of the legs, so you can soften your knees so that you can shove your chest toward the floor, spread your fingers. Okay, then you'll shift forward and then sag your hips, and you can either tuck your toes or lay them flat, but push the shoulders away from the ears and look up to the ceiling. Hold that for 3 seconds. Shifting back and forth. Okay, so 2 to 3 rounds of those movements. And then you'll move on to 3 to 5 rounds of some fun stuff. We have stop and go Russian swings. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell, I can show you what this will look like with a dumbbell too. But tripod position like we always start with, okay? Proud chest, send those hips back. Grab the very end of that handle, and you should see that the bell is tipping somewhat and shifting my body weight back. My eyes are on the horizon. I'm gonna hike the football. I'm gonna squeeze the glutes and then come back to the floor. Stop and go. And you can get a lot out of that if you really squeeze and focus on the core too. If you don't have that kettlebell, you can do the dumbbell as well. This is just a 10-pounder, but just to give you a visual on how that would look. Okay, after that you have kettlebell or odd objects, swing deadlift high pull, toes slightly turned out, chest is proud, lats engaged, push those knees out right and left, and as your hips open, the elbows take over. Stopping at the clavicle, and then you'll have 10 strict push-ups, either on the floor or on a box. But what we're looking for here is that as you descend, the elbows should not flare out. You're here or here. So if I'm on the box, I'm going to stay tight throughout because this is a strict push-up. I'm going to hold my breath on the down. Exhale on the way up. As I do this, I'm pushing my weight into my heels. And I'm staying behind my chest. Okay, and then after that you have 10 pullovers. Could be a light kettlebell or a light to moderate weight dumbbell. Start with this object in the air, just over the chest. And then as you come over, you can touch the floor or come as close to the floor as you like. You're gonna hold the breath as that bell comes overhead. Exhale on the way up. You can start light, work your way up. This doesn't have to be on the floor. If you have a weight bench at home, you can do that. You might even get more range of motion. Okay, and then you'll finish that round with 45 seconds to go into a flutter kick, so watch the clock. Hands are gonna be at the tailbone or at the rear end. Your feet are just inches off the floor. You're looking at your toes, and you're just gonna flutter those legs for the entire 45 seconds. If this is hard for you, bring the head to the floor. If it's still hard, soften the knees, or maybe go bigger in your kicks. But work your way in. Realize that some of us haven't been working out like we could be, or have just been putting it off. So when you're getting back into these workouts, start light. Just start moving at a comfortable pace. You don't want to end up doing so much that you hurt yourself and then you're out for a couple days again. Soon we'll be back in the gyms, and we want to have you guys back with us safely and not injured. Okay, so that is your warm-up stuff. 2 parts to your strength. We have deadlift and sumo deadlift, not sumo deadlift type roll. Just 2 different types of deadlift. We're going to start with your conventional deadlift. Both strength movements are going to be for 6 sets. So, conventional first. Feet are hip width apart. Toes might turn out just a little bit. So if I'm squared out, my toes might turn out that much. Okay, and that's going to allow me to push my knees out too, because I don't want to be in a squat position. I want to be in a deadlift position. I want my shins to stay as vertical as possible. So I'm here, my chest is going to stay proud. I'm really going to keep this lat engaged, and then as I hold onto the bar, I want my elbows to face back or toward my pockets. So the notes do say reset, and so I'll show you what that looks like. So with every rep, we're going to hold onto the bar, we're going to set, so I'm tightening up, I'm not rounding here, I've got a proud chest, my gaze is downward, I'm going to hold my breath, and then send those hips back, let that bar come down. I'm going to reset, so I'm going to let go of the bar. What I'm looking for, again, is to stay tight. If you're yanking, then you're not tight. If you are rounding, you're not tight. What we're looking for, again, set. And that's what we're looking for today. So, moderate weight, 6 sets, 5 to 8 repetitions. Give yourself plenty of rest, anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 minutes. Then, part 2 is the sumo deadlift. So you're going much wider, your toes are turned out. I don't know if you can see it in the frame. I guess we'll find out later. You're pushing those knees out here. Your proud chest is going to be lifted, and you're still going to engage the lats. Where you should grab the bar is shoulder distance apart. We don't want to be narrow, because the more narrow we are, the less control of the bar we'll have. So if we're here, it's going to be a solid pull. Okay? So from here, my eyes are on the horizon. I'm going to keep that bar as close to me as possible, practically scraping my knees or my shins in both sumo and conventional. I'm going to push those knees out. I'm going to reach down. I'm going to reset these ones too. Take a breath. Send those hips back. Reset. that's our sumo, okay? Reason that we're doing sumo only is when we reincorporate sumo deadlift high pull, we get the connection of making sure that the posterior chain is fully activated in proper sequence before we start pulling with those elbows. So conventional deadlift, sumo deadlift. Both of them, 6 sets, 5 to 8 repetitions each, 1.5 to 2.5 minutes rest. Okay, then you're gonna finish out the day with the benchmark Annie. Yay, more double unders from me, sorry. So what that looks like is double unders and then sit-ups. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, I'm still not doing sit-ups on purpose, and I've had a couple double under videos out, and so maybe I'll add some kind of link to another video on the cueing techniques for Annie. But if you are not doing double unders, you're going to double your amount of double unders into singles. So you'll go 100 singles, 50 sit-ups, 80 singles, 40 sit-ups, all the way until you get to 20 and 10. Okay, as always, ask us questions, comment here, comment on Facebook, send us a private message. Most of you guys have our email addresses and our text us our phone numbers. But yeah, enjoy yourself. We will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. All right, take care.